In a unanimous decision, the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that Colorado's highest court cannot take former President Donald Trump off of its ballot.
In their ruling, the justices did not discuss whether or not Trump took part in an insurrection on January 6th of 2021. ABC's Terry Moran explains.
For the Supreme Court, a rare moment of unanimity. All 9 justices, so often divided in major cases, declaring as one that individual states cannot ban Donald Trump from the presidential ballot under the insurrection clause of the Constitution's 14th Amendment. The court did not address the issue of whether Trump actually engaged in insurrection, but declared that the responsibility for enforcing that section of the Constitution rests with Congress and not the states.
They worked long, they worked hard, and frankly, they worked very quickly on something that will be spoken about 100 years from now and 200 years from now. Extremely important.
Courts in 3 states, Colorado, Maine, and Illinois, have ruled that Trump should be banned from the ballot because of his actions on January 6th and in the weeks before, under the 14th Amendment's command that no one who has taken an oath to support the Constitution and then engaged in insurrection can hold public office afterwards. During oral arguments last month, liberals and conservatives on the court voiced sharp skepticism of what Colorado did.
I think that the question that you have to confront is why a single state should decide who gets to be president of the United States.
Today, the justices pointed to the potential disruption that could happen if some states disqualified Trump and some did not, all using different standards and procedures. To disqualify insurrectionist candidates, the court ruled Congress must first pass a law spelling out how. But the court's 3 liberal justices, in a concurring opinion, said that goes too far. By saying only new legislation can address the issue, the conservatives, the liberals wrote, are attempting to shield the court itself and Donald Trump from future controversy. Adding sharply, the majority attempts to insulate all alleged insurrectionists from future challenges to their holding federal office. Justice Amy Coney Barrett also wrote separately, agreeing with the liberals that the majority went too far, but urging her colleagues to turn the national temperature down, not up. Our differences are far less important than our unanimity, Barrett wrote. All 9 justices agree on the outcome of this case. That is the message all Americans should take home. Next up on the Supreme Court's Trump docket, the case in which Donald Trump is claiming absolute immunity from criminal prosecution for actions he took as president, including on January 6th and in the weeks leading up to it. The court has set argument in that case for the end of April. Expected decision in late May or June. Terry Moran, ABC News, the Supreme Court.